You're welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how you can start a bread bakery business at home. Stick to the end of this video and you will not regret it, because I have a lot of tips to share with you that will actually put you on the right track. Now, this business is super lucrative because the market is there. The demand is always high because almost everyone love bread. So if everyone loves bread, that means the demand is always there. So it's just for you to carve out your own niche and start making money. Having said that, let's go straight to the video. Now, the first thing we are going to look into in this class is the space. This is the first thing you should consider when you are setting up a bakery business. Now, some persons think that for you to set up a bakery business or a bakery factory, a bread factory, you need a very wide space. No, you can actually set up what we call a micro bakery. A micro bakery can actually, you can actually use a space like two-room size. That will be okay for you to set up a bakery business. I've even visited a bakery that is just one room. That was too tight, but production is going on. So the second thing we are going to look into is equipment. Now, if you look at it, for your equipment, you need a table. You also need an oven. Now, this oven could be gas or electric. Now, if you are buying gas oven, it's still of two types. You can either buy the locally fabricated one, which is made in Nigeria here, or the foreign type. Now, if you are able to buy the foreign type, good for you. If you are unable to afford the foreign type and you go for the locally fabricated, you need some experience to use it well, although it will give you the result you desire if you know how to use it. So all you need for the locally fabricated oven is patience and the ability to observe the behavior and adapt the pattern that gives you the best result. I won't say that about oven. Let's look at the mixer. Now, the mixer is one thing that is very important. If you buy the bread that they use rollers, which is the milling machine, is different from the one that they use spiral mixer to produce. They are always different. If you observe it, if you are a baker and you observe, if you compare both, you see that they are always different. The spiral mixer tend to give a better quality. Now, because it needs mix and kneads, and it incorporates enough air, thereby improving the crumbs quality of the bread. Now, the kneading machine or the milling machine will only help you to make it smooth and like digesting the bubbles and the seed-like formation during mixing. So that is just, and one thing you should know is that the milling machine also consumes more flour, because you try to use flour in milling it. That can either, it can also give waste because most of the flour pour on the floor. Now, let's look at it. The next thing is generator to power this mixer if you're using a spiral mixer, to power this mixer, and the oven if you're using electric oven. I love the electric oven. And now, if your business is located where there is constant power supply, then you should go for the electric oven so that the cost of diesel will be cut off. Now, let's look at the next one, the pans. You need pans of different sizes because you're going to bake bread that is of different sizes irrespective of your location. So you need to get pans. Those that construct pans are everywhere in Nigeria. So get some pans and do your business. Now, the next step to take is registration. Now, in terms of registration, you need to go for NAFDAC, which is very important. Very, very important. So go for NAFDAC registration. Now, some of you always ask, at what stage should I go for NAFDAC registration? Just follow this order. Get your space, buy equipment, possibly produce ones, so that when NAFDAC come, they are not coming to inspect an empty space. They are coming to inspect equipment and the quality of your product. So if there are no equipment and there is no product to inspect, and most times they take some of the loaves to their lab for analysis, so that they will verify if you are not using bromate or other carcinogenic or poisonous elements or substances. So you don't need to wait, or you don't need have to go when you have not prepared anything. So get your space, get your equipment, and go for NAFDAC. Now, when you go for NAFDAC, most times the unions will also disturb you depending on your location. There are locations that if you are not distributing to retail stores and competing with them, most times they will not come for you. But when you are distributing to retail stores, they will come for you. So you have to discover or look for the union that is in that area, register with them. And also, the sanitary inspectors in your area, go to your local government or the local government where you site your business, and let them know. They will come, and all they need to look at, all they always look for is how decent the place is, and the sewage disposal. Where do you dispose the waste? How do you coordinate? How clean is everything? So that day you can clean up everywhere. Although one of the simple tips or principles for a successful bakery is decency. So clean up everywhere. When they come, always keep your bakery clean. When they come, they will not have anything against you. And most time you just give them transport like 10,000, 15,000, and they will go and come back maybe in 6 months, or when government is owing them. Now, if you know that I'm helping you in this channel to build your bakery very well, then share this video, drop your comment, encourage us by liking that video. Click the like button so that others will enjoy the same, so that others will see this video, and that way you are encouraging me to create more valuable videos. Now the next one is recipe. Recipe formulation is very important. Without recipe, there is no bakery. If you like, buy all the equipment of the world. If you don't have the right recipe, that business will close down. That is just the truth. That is just the truth. That business will close down if you have all good equipment without recipe. So what I advise people to do is to calm down and formulate your recipe. That is why every bread, every loaf of bread you taste on the street or in Nigeria is always different. Why? Recipe formulation. So everyone always take time to formulate the recipe, one that will give the best taste and low cost of production. These are two factors that you must consider while formulating your recipe. Now then, the fifth step is marketing. I just call it marketing. Now, how do you sell the bread you have produced after all the registrations, buying of equipment, the acquisition of space? How do you sell? There are different ways you can actually sell and make profit. Now let's look at them one by one. Number one is superstores supply. You can go out. If you're in the city, you can approach superstores owners and negotiate, so you supply bread to those people. Now, this supply can also give you a very good margin, very good profit margin, because at the supermarket you sell at a higher price and they also add theirs and sell. So if the loaf that they sell to retail stores is 500 naira, you can actually supply to superstores for 600 naira, and they make it 7. But the difference is that the type of loaf you supply to retail store is always better than, in terms of quality, richer than the ones in retail stores. So this is another pattern that you can distribute your bread and make good profit. Now the next one is direct sales or direct buyers. If you open a bakery in a strategic location where people will just come and buy, most times it's the rich and the elite or the middle class come there to buy, or the elite, they come there to buy direct. Now that type of bakery, you can also fix your price. Now if you bring the price low, you may not sell well, because those people that are supposed to come there to buy will look at it as inferior bread. Now if you take the price high and the quality of the bread does not match with the price, you will also lose customers. So this type of bakery, you have to be careful. You have to have a good quality loaf, and the price must fit in the class of those that are coming to ask for bread. If they come the first, second time and the bread does not meet up their desire or their expectation, they will not come again. So you need to produce their bread well. And one of the things that make bread outstanding is the aroma. So it's either you lavish your milk flavor so that as they are coming close to the bakery, the milk flavor should welcome them. And then that is the first thing the buyer buys from you, the flavor. And then after the flavor, the eyes, when they look at it and the bread does not have black spots and all kind of colors, the bread looks very neat and presentable. That is the second quality. So when you have these two qualities on your bread, the last one they will only find out when they take a bite. So you have to produce a very good quality for this class of distribution. Now, or class of sales. Now let's look at the next one, the retail store, which is the popular one. This one, you get to make it inferior and big size. They need this class. They don't need your quality. All they want is bread, and the bread should be big. Let there be good aroma, full stop. Now, most of the people that distribute this, they don't even use butter. The last one, using distributors to sell. This is the pattern people that so many big bakeries use, but they get disappointed. Now, let me explain. Distributors will come, people will just come, someone will just drive to your bakery and tell you that he's a distributor. He has contact everywhere in Port Harcourt or everywhere in Lagos, everywhere in Ibadan, depending on the city. Those people actually have the contacts. They know where to sell bread. They know where to distribute. And so if you use them, it's of advantage and disadvantage. Now, let me explain the disadvantage. The first time they will be faithful, they will sell and return, and you will be happy. Now, most times, if you are using distributors and a loaf of bread is sold to the retailers for 250, definitely you are to sell for 180. And then the distributor will sell for maybe 230 naira. And then the retailer will now sell for 250. So you are having lesser margin, but they bear the cost of the cost of distribution. So that is the one disadvantage of using distributor. Another disadvantage is that after first, second, third batch of coming to collect to distribute, you have to be careful when they come and tell you that they need like 5 bags. Produce 5 bags and load in my van. I have somewhere to go. That day you should know when they go, they will not come back. They will collect enough quantity of bread and go with it, and forever. You will never find them again in that state. I don't know, they will always see you coming. Other distributors will never give you that person's contact. And so you lost, and it always lead to shutting down the bakery, because maybe you were producing 5 bags a day, and those 5 bags, one person just came and said, give it to me, I have a urgent call. And once you load the van, they take off they go, never to return. So you have to be careful when you are using distributors. Packaging. Number 6, packaging. This is one thing that so many, they don't actually pay good attention to, but it's very important. Now, there are those that will just use transparent nylon with a label inside. So many buyers, so many customers, they see those type of packaged bread as inferior. And you should not over design your packaging. Your nylon should not be too designed. It should just be neatly designed, beautifully presented, and you sell. So you have to carefully map, strategize the type of packaging you are to use, and it will help improve your sales. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Please like the video. Don't forget to share it with your friends. See you in our next video. God bless you.